Now, the next topic is stamen, microsporangium and pollen grains. The male part in the flower, that is stamen, it consists of a long cylinder stalk which is called filament, and at the end there are present bilobed structures, two bilobed structures which are called anther. The proximal end of filament, this end is attached either to the petal, that is the colored leaf, or it is attached to the thalamus of pedicel. The number and length of stamen is different in different flowers. A typical angiosperm anther is bilobed. अगर हम इसको देखें, इसका हमने ये डायग्राम ड्रॉ किया है, इसी का ही फर्दर डिटेल्ड डायग्राम. अ टिपिकल एंजियोस्पर्म एंथर इज bilobed and each lobe has two theca. Like this, each lobe has two theca. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the two theca present, and therefore it is called dithecous. Therefore anther is called dithecous. A longitudinal groove runs in between, जैसे यहाँ दिखाया और ये, a longitudinal groove runs in between the theca, and if we take the TS of this anther, so what is seen? 4 microsporangia, this corner. These are the 4 corners. 4 microsporangia, they are seen inside the anther or the anther lobes, and these microsporangia then they further become pollen sacs, and these pollen sacs, cells of the pollen sacs, they undergo meiosis to form male sex cells in plants, that is the pollen grains. Let us see the structure, the detailed structure. अब इसी को ही हम ड्रॉ करेंगे. In a transverse section, a typical microsporangium, it appears nearly circular in outline. It is surrounded by, this is the microsporangium which appears nearly circular in the outline, and it is surrounded by 4 wall layers. Let us draw the 4 wall layers. Four wall layers which surround the typical microsporangium. Try to draw in one go without break. Be patient and it can be drawn. The 4 layers are the outermost layer, that is the epidermis. The second layer is endothecium or endothecium. Then we have 2 to 3 layers, that is the middle layers. The layers present here, they are called the middle layers, and the 4th layer called tapetum. The 4th layer which surrounds this porogenous tissue, it is a special layer which performs certain special functions, and this is called tapetum. The fourth layer, this is tapetum. The four layers. Now, in transverse section we can see, ये जो हमारे पास एंथर था, हर एंथर में क्या प्रेजेंट है? टू थीका. that is why it was called बायथीकस. और इनके सेंटर में क्या प्रेजेंट है? ये दो लोब में थीका, and then in the center there is present sporogenous tissue. This is the sporogenous tissue, and the sporogenous tissue inside the microsporangium. Sporogenous tissue, it lies or it fills the microsporangium. Microsporangium is surrounded by four layers. Number one is epidermis, endothecium, middle layers, and tapetum. Now the outer three walls, these three layers, they are protective in function and they help in dehiscence of the anther lobe. जब pollen grain release होते हैं तो these layers, they will burst and the pollen grains will be released in the environment. The outer three wall layers, they perform the function of protection and they help in dehiscence of anther to release the pollen grains. And the cells of tapetum, they perform certain special functions. This is a separate question, important question. What is the role of tapetum, or what are the functions performed by tapetum? Let us see. The tapetum